Have you ever come home to find your favorite pair of shoes chewed to bits? Or maybe your neighbors have mentioned your dog barks non-stop the second you walk out the door. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many dog owners struggle with what we call separation anxiety in their furry friends. But what's really going on in their heads when we leave? Is it just boredom? Or is it something deeper? Today, we're diving into the real reasons your dog gets anxious when you're gone. And trust me, it's not because they're trying to punish you for leaving them behind. First, let's get one common myth out of the way. Dogs don't act out of spite. They don't shred the toilet paper or have an accident on the rug to get back at you. These behaviors are actually distress signals. They're outward signs of an inner panic. Think about it from their perspective. You are their entire world. You provide food, water, safety, and love. When you disappear, especially if they haven't learned that you always come back, it can feel like their lifeline has been cut. It's not just sadness for some dogs. It's pure, instinctual fear. So, what triggers this intense fear? A huge part of it is genetics and early experiences. For thousands of years, dogs have been bred to be our companions. They are social animals, hardwired to live in groups. Being alone doesn't come naturally to them. For wild canids, being alone often means danger. That instinct is still very much alive in our domesticated pals. A dog left alone might feel vulnerable and exposed, triggering a fight-or-flight response. The problem is, they can't fight the feeling, and they can't flee the house, so that panicked energy comes out as destructive behavior, howling or pacing. Let's also consider their puppyhood. The first few months of a dog's life are critical. If a puppy is separated from its mother and littermates too early, it might miss out on learning crucial lessons about independence. Similarly, a rescue dog might have a history of being abandoned or spending time in a shelter, where the constant coming and going of people can create deep-seated insecurities. They've experienced loss before, so when you leave, their past trauma can resurface, making them terrified that you won't return either. It's like a form of PTSD for dogs. They're not just missing you, they're reliving their worst fear. Another major factor is a sudden change in routine. Did you recently go back to work after spending months at home? Or maybe there's been a big life event, like a move to a new house or a change in the family structure. Dogs are creatures of habit. They thrive on predictability. When their predictable world gets turned upside down, their sense of security can crumble. If you were suddenly always there, and now you're suddenly gone for 8 hours a day, your dog doesn't understand what happened. This confusion and lack of a stable routine can be a huge trigger for a separation anxiety, even in dogs who were perfectly fine before. It's also important to look at our own behavior. Do you make a huge, emotional deal out of leaving and coming home? I get it. It's hard not to. We love our dogs. But those long, dramatic goodbyes with lots of "I'll miss you so much" and "be a good boy" can actually amp up their anxiety. You're essentially signaling that your departure is a major, stressful event. The same goes for your return. If you come home and shower them with over-the-top excitement, it reinforces the idea that your presence versus your absence is a massive emotional swing. They learn that your departures are bad and your arrivals are euphoric, making the time in between feel even more stressful by comparison. So how can we tell if it is true separation anxiety or just a case of a bored pup? The key is to look at when the behaviors happen. If the destruction, barking, or accidents only occur when you're not home, and usually within the first 30 minutes of you leaving, it's a strong indicator of separation-related distress. Other signs include excessive drooling, panting when it's not hot, trembling, or trying to block you from leaving the house. Some dogs even lose their appetite when left alone. It's a full-on panic attack, not just a bit of mischief. Now, for the good news, separation anxiety is treatable. It takes patience and consistency, but you can absolutely help your dog feel more secure. The goal is to teach your dog two things. 1, that being alone is safe and okay. And 2, that you will always come back. This process is often called desensitization and counter-conditioning. You start small, very small, like just grabbing your keys and putting on your shoes, but not actually leaving. You do this over and over until your dog no longer reacts. Then, you might step outside the door for just a few seconds before coming back in. The key is to return before your dog has a chance to panic. You gradually increase the duration of your absences, always staying below your dog's anxiety threshold. While you're doing this, you also want to change their association with your departure cues. Instead of your keys signaling a scary absence, make them signal something good. For example, every time you pick up your keys, give your dog a super high-value treat, like a small piece of chicken or a special puzzle toy they only get when you're practicing. This helps rewire their brain to think, oh, the keys mean something delicious is coming, not that my human is abandoning me. Creating a safe, enriching environment for when you're gone is also crucial. A comfy crate, if your dog is properly crate-trained and sees it as their den, can be a secure space. Puzzle toys, frozen cones filled with peanut butter, or treat dispensing balls can keep their mind busy and provide a positive distraction. This isn't just about preventing boredom. It is about giving them a job to do that focuses their energy on something productive instead of destructive. Think of it as giving them a fun project to work on while you're away. And remember what we said about your own behavior. Start practicing calm departures and arrivals. When you're about to leave, avoid the big emotional farewell. Just give them a quick pat, say a simple "be back soon" and walk out. When you return, be just as calm. Ignore the frantic jumping and whining for the first few minutes until they settle down. Once they're calm, then you can give them gentle affection. This teaches them that your comings and goings are no big deal, just a normal part of the day. For severe cases, it's always best to consult with a professional. A certified dog trainer who specializes in separation anxiety, a veterinary behaviorist, or your regular vet can provide a structured plan tailored to your dog's specific needs. Sometimes, they might recommend temporary anti-anxiety medication to help your dog relax enough to be receptive to training. There's no shame in seeking professional help. It's the most loving thing you can do for a pet in distress. Understanding the root cause of separation anxiety helps us approach the problem with empathy instead of frustration. Your dog isn't being bad. They're having a hard time. They're trying to communicate their fear in the only way they know how. By recognizing their distress, managing their environment, and patiently teaching them that being alone is okay, you can help them become a happier, more confident companion. Whether you're home or not, it's a journey. But seeing your dog peacefully rest while you're gone is one of the most rewarding feelings you can have as a pet parent. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights into your dog's amazing mind. And share your own experiences with separation anxiety in the comments below. See you in the next video.